Hey, everyone, and welcome back to On a Water Break, the podcast where we talk about everything you and your friends are talking about at rehearsal on a water break. This week, we're all about the Collegiate Marching Band Festival that happened at Birney Crum Stadium. We'll also find out what made Woody say,
"It's money." And I would have dug into my winter program, so we can't have that now, can we, Nicole?
and why Stephen said,
"Band can get you one of these babies. Got my name, everything. Man, I was waiting months for this."
All this and more on this week's episode of On a Water Break.
8 off the mat and go. Welcome to On a Water Break, the podcast where we talk everything marching arts. Everyone, bring it in. It's time for a water break.
Hey everyone, it's Nicole, and we have a great episode this week. I was just at the Collegiate Marching Band show in Allentown, Pennsylvania, with Guard Closet, Fruhoff, and On a Water Break. And I met some really cool people like Kim Jones, more from her later, but we're going to talk more with some other people. And I met so many other people as well. But before we go to the sidelines, go and subscribe on your favorite listening app. Write us a review, share it with a friend. And if you got a question or a good topic you want us to talk about, email us at onawaterbreakpodcast.com. Sorry, onawaterbreakpodcast@gmail.com. Or you can find us on social media. DM us if you want to be on the show. We have a little form you can fill out. The link is in our bio. So, excuse me. So who's in our sidelines this week? It's Woody. What's going on, man?
What's going on? It's been a while since I've seen you, Nicole. It's good to see you.
I know.
What's
We were
going
in the
on?
same place, but not in the same vicinity.
I was going to say, I got a lot of foot hours at that collegiate thing, and I didn't see anybody from the crew, but Jeremy. But oh well,
Well, I
got some good material.
Right, I was at the booth. You were moving and shaking. I was just waiting for people to come to me.
That's the man on the move. That's me. I love it.
Did you get to see everyone that went on Saturday? On Sunday?
Actually, no. I had some technical difficulties, and that was the end of my day. I spent about half of the day. I got up to about the middle of the program, and then I actually lost a piece of equipment to record with, so my day was done.
Oh, well, that's okay. It was hot.
But the material I did get, it was good. Quality stuff.
Great. Well, just to let our listeners know what we're talking about too. So this past weekend, we were at the Collegiate Marching Band Festival in Allentown. It's an incredible showcase. It has over 3,000 students there from 20 different colleges and university, and they were all at Birney Crum in Allentown. So it's not a competition, it's just a celebration. And they just bring their productions and the community comes together to sit and watch and cheer on every group that's there. I have never been. So this was my first time seeing this. And I was just like, yeah, I'd never even heard of it. I was just like,
what the heck you say?
Yeah, never heard of it.
You've never been? Oh my goodness.
This was my first time. And so seeing smaller college bands come out and then the larger college bands come out, I was blown away. I thought it was cool. And I was just like, wow. And then the fact that it ran like 30 minutes behind was like, wait, there's no judging happening. What is this? And they were like, and let me direct your attention to after they perform. And then they do what they do at every college game that they go to. I was like, oh, I see how that could happen now. So yeah. But we're excited to be joined by the person who helps make this all happen, Kelly Gumble, who oversees the festival and works closely with the Vivace Productions just to keep this tradition alive and thriving. So joining us on the sidelines this week, please welcome Kelly Gumble. Kelly, I know that you were all around in that vendor area, so I didn't really get to see you, but I'm excited to talk to you now about this tradition that everyone loves so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is great.
Thanks. Also, too, no one comes out unscathed, but we do have something that we are asking of you. It is called the 32 Count Life Story. So for every guest we have, we will give them a metronome and 32 counts, and you just give us your life story from birth till today. Super easy.
Sure, yeah.
All right, we'll give you 8 off the Met, and then you're in.
So I was born in Lansdale, Pennsylvania, and I'm a graduate of North Penn High School, where I did marching band there, and then went on to Westchester University. I majored in music education and marched in the band at Westchester, worked in marching bands for a bunch of different high school groups, taught for the last 21 years, and now working at Vivace Productions as the director of operations. Did I get it in?
Okay, I think you did. That's pretty good. Okay, all right, that's very good. Please tell me you wrote that down, or was that all?
That was here. If I wrote it down, it would have gone long. I'm sure of that.
That's great. Well, I have a couple of questions for you. Well, and Woody does too. And just to ask, the first thing is for the people who haven't been, I know how I would describe it because this was my first time going, but how would you describe the vibe at Collegiate Marching Band Festival?
Yeah, I think during the intro you hit it pretty close. It really is a celebration of all things collegiate marching band. Some people I think wonder, is it a competition? Is it judged? Are there evaluations? And it's really all meant to be just a celebration, bringing folks together from all kinds of different programs. And our company president, John Villela, founded this in 1996, kind of a way for collegiate programs to recruit high school students. So let's bring a bunch of college groups all to one place and let all these students kind of see what this can be in a lot of different ways and give them a chance to see what maybe they might be interested in doing when they move on into college themselves.
I love that. And I love the fact that like a lot of these performers that are with these bands are the ones who, because there were high school kids there to watch on a Sunday. And I'm like, did you have a competition last night?
Yeah, a lot of them do. And they come by the busload or they come with their families. And it's a great opportunity for them to see a lot of different things all in one place.
That's cool. Because we're not all built to be drum corps kids, and some kids will go from, high school band to drum corps to college band. And, some people just want that buffer, and then go. That's cool. That's very cool.
That's the kind of vibe I like about the college thing. It's for all the musicians, not just that special athletic kid who marches in a DCI or all-age drum corps. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have a question for you, Kel. How'd you get involved in all of this?
So
you don't just stumble. First off, you don't just stumble into Vivace, the Vivace organization. Somehow you have to get in there. I have some experience with it. I'd love to hear how you got involved with it.
Oh, absolutely. So when I was a student at Westchester, John Villela was my band director, and he's the founder and the president of Vivace. And so when I first got introduced to the company, I was just signed on as summer help for the company. I worked in the office. I answered the phones. I did a lot of the paperwork and the mailing and all of that kind of stuff. And then we host one of our Vivace events, a marching band workshop at Westchester, being directly involved in working with all the clinicians and all the high school students that come to the workshop, all the educators that come to the director sessions for the workshop, and just kind of establishing relationships with people. And so I did that for a couple of years during college. And then after I graduated, continued to come back each summer to help out with that particular workshop. The Education Summit is what we call it now. And then, like I said, I've been teaching full time and, had a couple of kids and got away from it a little bit, away from my work with Vivace. And then just over the last few years, I've made a shift in my teaching life where I've gone from full-time public education to part-time collegiate education, working at Westchester now in the music ed department. And so this was like a prime opportunity to get back involved with Vivace. I had some extra time to be able to do that. And now to be able to, to be able to serve, the community, the marching arts community in so many different ways through my work at Vivace, it's just been really, really enjoyable.
Yes. That's good, by the way. That sound means good.
Excellent.
So this is coming from someone who I did not experience the college marching band environment life, you know what I mean? Like that just something I didn't do. So my question is, and 'cause I feel like every time I see a band on the field, like where are the judges? What are the rules? That kind of thing. So the festival has always been exhibition, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So why do you think that's so important? Because of, why it's so important to its success and spirit to not have it be a competition?
Yeah, I think that, at the heart of what we're doing is trying to bring a community together, the community of Collegiate University Marching Band. And, the competition element is something that I valued as a marcher when I was a kid, and I valued as a member of marching band staff working with competitive groups.
Mhm.
But in this situation, I think really it's about the celebration. It's about bringing together the community, and it's about valuing all the different ways that college marching band can look, different styles, different values, different presentations. And rather than, trying to have sheets and compare and contrast, and, in that situation, you sort of have to have certain things that you're looking for rather than, just enjoying what's out there and being able to celebrate what these young people do in so many different ways.
It's true. I saw so many different styles out there, and not just in styles like that was going on, but also in like content. Like I've never seen a marching band, a college marching band do so much content. Like it was a marching band unlike what I'm used to in my area, you know?
Absolutely.
See, it's funny you say that because, again, that's something I love about this particular show is, first off, the variety of programmings. That's awesome. The other thing that I really noticed is that even though it's not a competitive show, the pride in every one of these groups is so high. Like the pressure is almost more pressure than a weekly competition, Like they take it to heart so well. I think that's fantastic. I actually, in a lot of my interviews, because I was so excited to be there, I say it a lot of times in all my interviews. I was involved with Westchester for about 3 seasons, and in the early 2000s when this first started. And they were sporting like 4 or 5 bands there, and it was really cool then. And I haven't been since I left Westchester, and
Okay, yeah.
the excitement of seeing the park full, like it was a regular drum corps show, I was really buzzing. And then, Dodo, yeah. But then, probably my last year at Westchester, they had Cheney State there. And that was cool, but, a lot of people didn't know much about the HP Historical Black College thing. And I don't know if there's been more participating, but it was really nice to see Delaware State there. And it was very exciting because here on the program, we have been trying to get in touch with that, bring that community into the on a water break world. So I went out of my way to make sure I got interviews with those guys because I think that's very cool that we're, just this organization is trying to touch all the different vibes of marching music. I think that's cool. So I can't wait for people to see that interview. I got a chance to talk to that, and kudos for you for bringing them in.
Yeah, we actually have. So when John started it, there were 8 original groups that came back kind of year after year for a long time, and Morgan State was one of those groups. And Morgan State came for a very long time, and unfortunately, it's just been unable to join us the last couple of years. I know that was really missed, so we were super excited when Delaware State was able to join us, and we want to make sure that that's a huge component of college marching band that should absolutely be represented at the show. So,
there we go. The enthusiasm that the kids have is so different. Like, the drum corps style bands, when they finished, they went back to the truck. These guys were locked and loaded from the gate going back to the bus, and they were super excited and doing all their steps and everything. I'm like, wow, that's a different mindset, much different, And what is also cool is they have a lot of that flavor left from, I guess, what I would call the old school. You guys are young, so my generation would be old school to you. And then I go back that next group of people and that military disciplined approach that they take, back when eyes with pride. Yeah, they have that flavor to them. I think that's fantastic.
So, Kelly, I am always want to know what's going on behind the scenes. So you have 20 bands coming from different states, multiple states. What's the biggest behind the scenes challenge pulling off a day like Collegiate?
I think the biggest thing is just that folks probably have no idea how many different components of the day are managed at the same time. So, part of my job leading up to the event is to make sure that I'm in regular communication with the directors of those bands, making sure that we know, how many people are coming, how many, silly things, how many wristbands I need to make sure are in your packet for your group and those kinds of things. And making sure that we have the logistical flow and the stadium mapped out in such a way that we know how we're getting in and getting out and how we're moving all the people and communicating with all the guests that are coming and making sure our ticket sales site is working, and all of those things are just all different parts that need to be managed ahead of the show. And then when we get to the day of the show, I don't know that a lot of people realize that Vivace is not a terribly big company. It's really just a few of us that are kind of doing all the work of Vivace. So on the day of the show, we have dozens and dozens of college volunteers from the different bands who are volunteering to work ticket booths and who are helping our bands, greet the bands when they arrive and get them set up, and who are helping set up the stadium and selling t-shirts and doing all kinds of things. So managing the student staff, the student volunteer staff on the day is a whole other part of the show. In addition to, we've also got, the exhibitor area, Nicole, where you were, which is just representation from all the different participating schools if they choose to be there, all of our sponsors in that area who help us put on the show, as well as other organizations just within the marching arts community who are there, just as kind of like information area for students who might potentially be interested in the different organizations that are represented. So I think it's just the number of different components that have to be set up for that kind of event to run. And, we're located in Westchester. The festival's in Allentown. So it's also communicating with, and this part is handled a lot by, I don't know if you know Mitch Houston, who is in Allentown and does a lot of work with DCI East at Birney Crum. But he helps out with all of the Allentown side of things. We have to get set up with the Parks and Rec, and we have to work with the school district for all the stadium and facilities things, and the fire police, and all the different kind of just stuff that has to be done so that we can park the cars and we could do all the different things. So it's just, there's so many spinning plates in the air all the time. That's the biggest thing.
So how many yeah, that's great. And honestly, that you can remember all of that without, hey, let me take out a list, because you've been working with this so long. But I guess my other question, do you know how many volunteers you had working the show this year, or roundabout approximate?
It was probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 60, I think.
Wow.
Because most of them are students in the bands. So, we need some students early in the day. And then when they have to go and warm up and get ready to play, we need to make sure we've got other people in to replace them. And so our student staff came from Westchester, came from Lehigh University, Widener University, and a couple of groups that weren't even in the show. Wilkes University sent some volunteers, and Muhlenberg College sent some volunteers. So there's a lot of different places that pitch in to help and make sure it goes off.
I love that this is such a community-based thing, and I really wish it happened in more places. Like, this is the fact that this has been going on so long, and I'm just finding out about it, but also how the community of marching band people will come together and still help out even though they're not performing. Mm-hmm. We just don't get that very many places. That's awesome.
Really cool that you have volunteers from the band. I thought that was something like when I was involved with Westchester, like the student, it's not student, that's not the word I want. The fraternity were the people who handled that. And that I thought that was awesome. Most of the times when you hear about fraternities, it's usually drinking and partying and what a great time. And when I heard the kids talking about it, I thought, how cool is that? Because it was something that the fraternity was doing, even though it was overseen by the adults, it was a fraternity thing. And I've always thought that was great. And it's nice to hear that that's still going on. That's good. That's cool.
Absolutely. And Yeah. Well, and those fraternities, so Kappa Kappa Psi and Tau Beta Sigma are literally organizations that were founded to serve the music program and serve the bands in their schools. And we also had sisters from SAI with us. We have in the past had Brothers of Phi Mu Alpha. So it is very largely led by the Greek organizations that are music affiliated. And it's a really amazing thing to see that kind of positive aspect of Greek life for sure.
And with that being said, I do have another question for you. Now, back in the early 2000s, there wasn't this sousaphone cluster thing. You got to give me a little bit of history about it, and I'll tell you how I feel about it, because actually one of the clips I took was about sousaphones. We'll talk about it, but tell me how this all started.
I got to tell you, this is one of those myths that I don't know if I actually understand the origin of the tuba circle. But what I know is my husband was a tuba player in the band, so he took part in this when we were students. And what I could gather from him was that when Westchester and University of Delaware used to play football against each other, and I truly don't know why they're different divisions, and it's a whole different thing. But it was sort of this rivalry game between Delaware and Westchester, and that was the only away game that the Westchester band ever went to. And so we noticed like they would have the same kind of tuba chants that would go on during the game. And I guess from what he told me, they kind of like realized they played some of the same stuff. So after the show, they just went on the field and got together and started playing some of the same things that they heard each other playing during the game. And over time, that has grown and grown and grown. And other schools are joining in. Everybody learns "Hey Baby." "Hey Baby's the big one that they play. I don't even know if they played the original chant anymore. But and then some of the tuba sections from the groups like prep something and get something ready and make sure they have something new to introduce in the tuba circle. And I can't tell you how long it's been going on, but it's certainly been there every time I have ever been to the show, and it has been the way the show has ended.
You know, what they need to do is, you know how the drum lines have had those drum battles? You need a tuba battle. You need a tuba battle. No, I think I pointed it out in one of the clips I did only because, for whatever reason, the community frowns upon the sousaphone during the high school thing. But as soon as you go back to college, they're all about it. And I can't understand why. The instrument doesn't bother me whatsoever. And I think it is definitely, I guess, a trademark of marching bands that makes it different from drum corps. But, you know, that's just me. I like the sousaphones, especially when they look good and they're nice and shiny and everything. And those usually tuba players take very good care of their instruments.
I think that's the nicest thing everyone's ever said about a tuba player.
Well, yeah, because the tuba player is one step from the drummer. We're one of the same people, you know, just like a violinist is much different from us.
See, I haven't heard of the sousaphone cluster. I'm going to have to watch out for that when we put this episode together. But are there any other traditions that happen too?
I think
you're looking. This is an out
question.
Yeah, I think the other one that stands out to me is all of the Greek organizations who are there, and not just the students who are there to serve, but the students in the Greek organizations from the other schools. Very often at the end of the show, we'll get together, they will circle up and they sing, and they like hold hands and they sing together as a community. It's really beautiful. I was never part of those organizations as a student, but always from the sidelines, and even now just being able to see the way they come together. And I think that's another aspect of, you know, this is not a competitive event. We are one community, and now they're getting to kind of connect with people who are doing the exact same thing they're doing, maybe in a different way from a different place, and find that commonality and come together.
I saw a lot of T-shirts with Greek letters on them. And, you know, as I'm looking and I'm trying to like look up what that is, you know, I was just like, I didn't get that part either. And I was just like, yes, I know there's like some symphonion. Right. But I'm sure I saw a lot more than that. So yeah, I was a little bit like, wow, there is other like mini microcosm of people up here in Pennsylvania doing this together.
For sure. Yeah.
I didn't see any Greek stepping. You know, you were in the Philadelphia area. Down at the Belmont Plateau, you have to come with some steps.
I don't know anything about that. I'd love to learn more.
No, I don't even know if they still do it, but that used to be big when I was in college. You go to the Belmont Plateau. I don't know if you, Nicole, I don't even know if you're from this area.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
Go ahead.
I'm from Virginia originally.
Okay. In Philadelphia, there's even better, Fresh Prince. You know the beginning, and he talks about the Belmont Plateau.
West Philadelphia.
Yes, where he's born and raised.
I know that.
Well, out in West Philadelphia, there's an area called the Belmont Plateau. And every summer, the local colleges, the Greeks would come together and they would have a big Greek festival in the Belmont Plateau. And all the Greeks would have different dance steps, almost like what you just saw with the college bands, but they're just doing steps and things like that. And I was just kind of teasing her because basically this college marching band show was our version of the Belmont Plateau.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. I got it. Did you
That's
have
what happens when you see all this gray? And that's the stuff you learn. Oh, you found that funny, huh, Kel? Yeah, I'm old.
Time's coming for all of us, Woody. I know.
Woody, did you have one more question you wanted to ask?
I'm sorry, did I have any more questions I wanted to ask?
Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm thinking that we should be going to a commercial break. That's what I think we should be doing.
Okay. Well, we'll begin to wrap this up. Jeremy, actually, can you pause for a second?
The other part too, but that's all right. Ready? So there were thousands of people in the stands, Kel. What do you hope that people walked away with from this festival?
I hope what they don't only walk away with was how hot it was. Because it was a hot day, and I know that was a big thing for a lot of people.
I was like, this is encore.
It was definitely a warm one. But what I really hope they walk away with is what we've been talking about for the last little bit here is that sense of community, and that there is an opportunity for everyone in college marching band. There is somewhere to go where you're going to find your community. You're going to find the style of marching band you might be interested in, and the families of these students all coming together and gathering in one place and finding community amongst each other. I think that's the thing I want for people to take away is just that this one big, very diverse and vast community, but, we all value the activity. We all value the participants of the activity, and there's a sense of pride and community amongst all of us.
All right. So the festival is coming up on its 30th anniversary season very soon. So what are you most excited about as you think ahead to this next chapter?
Yeah, I think something that we take pretty seriously is just making sure that we're always evaluating it, seeing where we think we can grow or other opportunities that might be available. So I don't have any concrete answers right now to that, but just the idea of being able to carry on traditions and try to bring some new groups into the fold or some new ideas that are going to help support our performers and our bands and continue to make this an experience that everybody values and wants to take part in.
Awesome. I know that I had fun with it. Good. I know that I had fun with it. It was really cool to see and experience that for the first time. Just because it was, again, I come from like, what are the rules? Where are the judges? That kind of thing. And it's just like, oh, well, if we're, doing this and we're running behind, it doesn't matter because we're all here to perform and just see each other. So I was like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So I had a good time with that.
I'm still at 30 years, Nicole. What have I been doing with my life for 30 years? Well, I'm still stuck at 30. No, I'm telling you, this thing's been going on longer than my marriage. My goodness. I was there in the early days. I didn't realize it was that long ago. 30 years. Oh, my goodness. Oh, right. You go on. You tell your story. I'm done.
I'm just saying, I was like last week years old when I found out about all of this. Well, maybe a little bit Younger, a month later or something like that. But it was just very cool to be like, okay, well then let's go and have fun and enjoy marching arts, what we do. So Kelly, thank you so much for sitting and talking to us. We are going to go to a commercial and then we'll be right back.
Celebrating its 25th anniversary, Guard Closet was founded as a consignment shop in 2000. Since then, it has grown to become your one-stop shop for the marching arts.
Do you need consignment uniforms and flags for your color guard, marching band, or drumline? We have thousands of sets of consignments in stock and ready to ship.
Do you need show design and custom choreography? Our designers have years of experience in the marching arts.
Do you need to sell your items and clear out your storage areas? We take in more than 600 sets of consignments each year and return hundreds of thousands of dollars to our consigners for their sales.
Do you need to have your students order shoes, gloves, and other equipment? We can set up a microsite for easy student ordering of a wide variety of items.
Do you need custom costumes or flags? We can help get you great designs from our team through top vendors like Show Day Designs.
Have you listened to our podcast, On a Water Break? Weekly episodes and bonus content keep you entertained and informed with what's going on in the marching arts.
For over 25 years, Guard Closet has been here to help. Check us out at guardcloset.com or follow us on social media.
And we're back. Now, this time, instead of going to the news, we actually have a bunch of interviews at Collegiate done by Woody. Take it away, Woody.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's Woody, and I'm here at the Collegiate Marching Band Throwdown of the Universe. I'm excited to be here. We're going to talk to some people in the field like usual, and let's get ready to have some fun. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the famous Jake Cunningham, the master of tenor drumming, and I'm going to ask him a question without any prompt. Jake, what are we doing?
Well, today's Collegiate Marching Band Festival. I don't know what annual one it is, but there's been a lot of them. We got a lot of colleges across the East Coast coming here today. It's going to be a great day. It's a big festival on sports, so it's a big friend meetup for everybody. I see one of my friends right here. I got friends all across the lot right here. It's going to be a great day. It's a little bit hot, but that's okay. We're going to be in full union. That's also okay, because they're doing a great day.
Now, you've seen a lot of these What Are We Doing? This man, he just let it loose, right? Woo, what are we doing? Thanks, Jake. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I'm not only a drummer, but color guard made me. And one of the things that is not in color guard anymore are the twirlers. And so I figured I'd give them some special love because that's what we do here on the water break. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the twirlers of
Lebanon Valley College.
The local twirlers. And we have
Emily Tebow, I'm the coach. Sam Waller, I'm the captain. Emma Gain, I'm just on the majorette team.
She's just on the team. She's just on the team.
Hi, I'm Jack Callan, also majorette on the team.
There we go. Some enthusiasm on the team. Come on in, lady.
Hi, I'm Kristen Griffiths, I'm also on the team.
That had enthusiasm. And last but not least.
Hi, I'm Sarah Ray, I'm also on the team.
And let's bring our coach back in. And I always ask this question, what are we doing?
Well, we're here to have fun, and we're twirling and supporting our school, and we're really excited to perform today so that some high schools can see and just continue to
keep the legacy, right?
Yes, and continue to increase our twirling. We are a newer majorette squad, but all of us really love it, and we're really excited to perform today.
Nothing to be ashamed about doing what you love. I saw you guys doing the twirl of death. They do this thing. They stand in a single file, and it's almost like old school color guard. The rifles go up, and someone steps forward, and I was like, wow, look at that. I got to have it. So you guys can come together and give me a big cheer on, come together. They don't like being a team, I think. Like on three, give me a big Lebanon Valley.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Lebanon Valley!
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a band guy, you got to really appreciate
the sousaphone, right? Gotta appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, I hit yet another Lebanon Valley speed bump. We're here with the color guard from Lebanon Valley. We're going to talk to the captain here. Oh, yes. She is the official Lebanon Valley representative. And she's got personality. Look at that. We got a backdrop. We have a backdrop. Oh, that actually looks pretty sharp, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look at the picture. Yeah, it's very sharp. Let me fix this. We're going to put that right there. Oh, that looks sharp, ladies and gentlemen, right? So, here at on the water break, we have a phrase we use all the time. What do we do?
Are we doing?
Yeah, when I say it that way, like, I don't know, what are we doing? You having a good time?
Yeah.
Is everybody here having a good time? Yeah. It's nice to remember the old days from just a few. You don't look that old.
I'm 20.
Yeah, so it wasn't that long ago when you left the high school door.
No.
And you came back for more love, huh?
Yep.
See,
Yeah, I did.
she came back for more love. 1, 2, 3. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting a impromptu, what are we doing? I'm here with Umi.
Nice to meet y'all.
You know, it seems like no one wants to stand in the camera, right? So I'm walking down after the rowing, what are we doing? And boom, he knocks me over. I fall on the ground. I almost fell in the lake. No, no, it wasn't that bad. But I'm going to ask Umi, my new friend here from Westchester, what are we doing?
This is the Collegiate Band Festival, where all these like crazy bands come here and perform like their cool shows. but like no, these shows are amazing. Like sit in the hot sun. I sat in the hot sun for 4 years making all these cool shows here. And now I'm a part of EMA and TBS. What we do here, we kind of like run this entire event, and we kind of make sure everybody gets parked and just kind of set up the way they are. I've been here since 8 o'clock in the morning, just kind of making sure everybody's good.
Arrows are going this way.
Umi, if only he knew my history. I was here for the first couple, Umi.
Really?
Yeah, with the Ty Marcarchis and the Dr. Villela. Yeah.
You saw them, girl.
Yeah. I'm going to hunt down Dr. Villela. And I don't know if Todd's here or not. I don't see him much.
Todd is here.
Is he here?
I believe
wow.
Todd's here.
That would be an awesome interview, don't you think? Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, Garrett just tried to slip in. He wants some more love.
Hello.
Get in there.
Hello.
Get in there.
Hello.
Man. So, thank you for your time. And thank you for keeping this thing together, because it was awesome when it first started. And it's wonderful to see how much this
We got to keep this. We got to keep this in.
I that's another thing. We've had that discussion before, and it's good to see that in there.
I love it. Every time I be here, I feel like I get a little more, and that's why I do it. So I said we're gonna stop doing it.
I thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
Oh, and look at this. We're uniting friends. Wow, this was a great interview. Look at that. It must be serious, because it was a oh my god in there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good day. Even in College Marching Band, we have the prop, the dreaded prop.
Let's reset.
Woody, those were fantastic interviews. We are so lucky to have Woody here, our boots on the ground person. Also, I was at the tent and Stephen stopped by. So here's what we talked about.
Hi, it's Nicole. I'm here at the Collegiate Marching Band Festival here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And I'm here with Stephen. I found
Finally, we met in real life. Finally.
There's so many firsts that are happening here today. But you had Rowan here today. How'd it go?
Yes, it was great for Rowan. Rowan's a really new marching band. I think this is our 3rd year in existence. So, so many beginner games each year where it's like, wow, the band is so much better this year than they were last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they noticed. Last year they had us going on 15th. This year we went on 6th. So that was a big step up already.
That's awesome.
You guys are doing something special, apparently. So,
hey, they were great. We saw them and we're like, hey, all right, marching band for college.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing some big things.
Oh yeah, we're moving out there for sure.
Speaking of big things, can you clock this ring?
Yeah. Oh man, I've been waiting to show this thing off. Here, let me
Oh my goodness.
get it off my neck.
It's like that big diamond from Titanic, but only it's not.
Well, check this out. We got the Eagles Super Bowl ring. Band can get you one of these babies. Got my name, everything. Man, I was waiting months for this. I was very excited when it showed up.
Well, as a friend, I'll say I'm proud of you. That is gigantic, and I would walk around with that all the time.
Oh yeah, definitely on an Eagles game day like today.
Yeah.
Go Birds! We got Eagles win this afternoon. You know me. Of course, I was checking it out on my phone while I was watching my baseline.
Right on.
Big day for everyone.
Awesome. Well, we're going to kick this over to Woody. He's in the lot with a lot more marching bands and drum lines.
Stephen, it was so great to finally meet you in person. That was so much fun. And I got to see the Super Bowl ring. It was amazing. Now we have Peak Group Travel with your Peak Group Travel Tip of the Week.
Hi, everyone. It's time for your travel tip of the week with me. I'm Beth with Peak Group Travel. Performance tours are a great way to showcase your ensemble in new cities and for new audiences. But be sure to also include local attractions and sightseeing tours or cruises to give your group a full cultural experience while they're on the road. Don't forget to like and follow Peak Group Travel on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And be sure to email info@peakgrouptravel.com when you're ready to start planning your next performance tour. This is your travel tip of the week with me, Beth from Peak Group Travel. Ready to elevate your travel game? Welcome to Peak Group Travel, the ultimate adventure creators. Whether you're planning an unforgettable class trip, a once-in-a-lifetime parade experience for your marching band, or a choir tour full of memorable performance venues, Peak Group Travel handles it all, so you can focus on making memories. From breathtaking international destinations to amazing adventures right here at home, Peak Group Travel customizes every journey to your vision. We're not just planners, we're your partners for the trip you want for your students. Our online registration portal makes managing your pre-trip experience smooth and convenient. We even collect your payments if you'd like. Picture it, effortless planning, unmatched experiences, and smiles that last long after the journey ends. That's the Peak Group Travel difference. And if you choose to partner with Peak on your next tour, and you mention that you heard about us on the On a Water Break podcast, you'll earn a $100 trip credit. Discover why groups everywhere trust Peak Group Travel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and be sure to visit peakgrouptravel.com today. You pick the date, and we'll make it great.
And we are back. Man, Woody, those are some really good interviews you got there. I got a couple of my own too. But how exciting was that to, get to talk to everyone? Did you get most people before or after their performance? How cool was that?
The coolest thing, I just stop people walking down the street. It doesn't matter. Coming on, coming off. It's kind of brazen. But what was really cool is that a lot of people, they know the group. They know the team now. They're just seeing they saw my On the Water Break shirt on. Oh, I know that show. So I thought that was really cool.
Very cool. Well, I got people, anytime I talk to anyone, I was just like, do you know who this is? No? Get out your phones. You're subscribing right now. So I'm not sure how much our subscriber count went on Sunday, but hopefully it did. All right. Now it's time for the part of the show that we call What Are We Doing?
What are we doing?
Y'all likes the groove. Everyone loves the groove.
What are we doing?
It makes you really gonna go. Yeah.
What are we doing is a great segment to go to. So this is the part where we let loose a little bit, or maybe a lot, depending on what you're talking about. So this is your chance. You want to talk about something in the marching arts that just doesn't make sense anymore. Maybe it's a tradition that we think needs to go. Maybe it's something that we need to start doing, or maybe something we haven't seen yet. Like, why haven't we started doing this? That kind of thing. But whatever it is, this is your moment to kind of call it out and see who's got something to get off their chest. Very tongue-in-cheek, You can make it funny. So let me see. Woody, what are we doing?
What are we doing? Why is color guard equipment so doggone expensive? What are we doing? It's aluminum poles.
But it's not as expensive as percussion equipment. Let me just tell you that.
That's true. Which makes it even worse. And another, what are we doing? So a kid gets a pole, and then when they graduate, they don't seem to bring it back. What are we doing? Hey, you know what? You don't get your diploma until I get my rifle, my flag, and my pole back. As you can see, I must have had a problem.
Oh, I'm sure. See, that's first thing I tell people right now. Is this the camera that I should be watching? Yes. Bring your equipment back when you graduate. The people under you need it. Okay. What are we doing? Kelly, what are we doing?
What are we doing with 90-degree weather on a Sunday at the end of September when we're trying to have a marching band festival?
Oh, Cal, watch your
Who
mouth.
needs it? Who needs it? Who needs that? It's too hot. We need a cool fall 70-degree day to have a lovely time together.
I'm a summer baby. I have to have my heat. I'm sorry.
I think we had a little too much heat. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing.
Before we left to go to Collegiate, it said it's only going to get up to 80 degrees. It's fine. And by the time it got to like 86, I was like, I did not subscribe to this.
And can you make that face again?
My weather rep said we were going to have clouds. I was all ready for a cloudy Collegiate. I thought it would have been perfect. And there was not a single cloud the entire day.
It was beautiful.
It was
beautiful.
Listen, we will always take sun over the wet stuff, but we could use a little less of the heat that comes along with it.
Y'all, while we were there at Collegiate, I did get a couple of What Are We Doings from our listeners. So go ahead and take a listen at this.
I am here with Amia and Rebecca. We're doing a What Are We Doing today. So, Amia, what are we doing?
What are we doing? It's more like what are we not? We're not doing enough tosses, honestly. It's collegiate band. We get it. Hey, there's some things you want to do and some things you can't, but you want to toss. Yeah.
Great job, everyone. Set your equipment down. Gush and go.
All right, now it's time for Gush and Goes. This is a chance that you can shout out anything that you have that's awesome going on in the marching arts. It doesn't really have to be in a marching arts related. And as long as you want to be like a little braggadocious about something, you can do that here. So there's no negativity, just pure unfiltered hype. So who's got something to gush and go about? Kelly, I'm going to go with you first.
I'm just super hyped that we had a successful event. It's over, and now my younger son is turning 10 this weekend, and we get to hang out, spend time together, and celebrate his birthday.
Do we have yes? Happy birthday,
Dorian.
Okay. Do we have a theme for the birthday party?
We're doing a little bit of a surprise 24-hour getaway, so I can't talk about it in case I play this for him before we go, but pretty excited.
Of course you planned a 24-hour getaway and planned a Collegiate Marching Band Festival. Of course you did. Yes.
Yeah.
So much. Woody, what's up, man?
I do have an important question, Kelly. If I were to crash this party, would there be cheap icing on the cake or buttercream?
I'm going to throw you for a loop. We are an ice cream cake family.
Ooh.
I know.
Good answer. Like Family Feud. Good answer.
Ding, survey says yes. That's so awesome. Woody, what are you gushing and going about?
I'm gushing and going because my program was invited to do the Veterans Day Parade in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
After I refused, they really came after us. They really wanted to get us involved. And I'm like, I even tried to scare them away. Well, you'll have to pay for transportation and an appearance fee. Sure, we will do it. So,
okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, I guess we're going to honor our veterans.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. The kids are excited about it.
I'm glad that you advocated that way for your band. That's huge. That's
It
really
is.
huge.
People don't know how much it costs to bring a band up and down the street. It's money. And I would have dug into my winter program, so we can't have that now, can we, Nicole?
No. Oh, no. Don't touch the winter. I was brought up in a winter program. Well, yes, I was
Not
brought
the
up in
winter program, huh? You could touch the outdoor, but do not touch the indoor, huh?
There's a compromise, okay?
It's okay. It's okay.
Yo, I had a couple of people come up to the tent and give us some Gush and Go, so we're going to throw it to them for a moment so we can find out what they were talking about.
Hi, my name is Nicole. We're back here with on a water break here at Collegiate here in Allentown, and I'm with Ashlyn. Yes. Okay. Ashlyn is in the color guard at Shepherd University. Perfect. And Ashlyn's going to do a Gush and Go for us. What are you gushing and going about, Ashlyn?
So I actually want to say that I joined color guard my senior year of high school. So I started it with a lot of people knowing what to do already. I did other sports, but color guard has been my life now. I found my people. They're also sweet and kind. And Shepherd's University allows me to also do so much more other than just color guard. I'm the president of a Greek organization. I work on campus. It's color. I'm able to balance everything just with color guard at Shepherd. It's great.
Here, and I'm also here with our new representative with Guard Closet, Kim. Hi, Kim. Hey. Kim. Yeah. So, what are you gushing and going about?
So lots to gush and go about this week. So first of all, it's a beautiful day here, so I'm super excited to be here. Great performances happening. The sun is shining. It is a little windy. Like Nicole said, we almost took flight. The tent just left the ground and we had to come back to earth with it all. But here we are, totally enjoying the day. On a personal level, I'm gushing and going because I've become a grandmom again this week. So gushing and going about the babies. Yes, all the babies. So super excited. Looking forward to today. Looking forward to meeting people. If you're here, if you're at the event, please stop by. I would love to meet you and see how we can start to make some magic come to your high schools, your gymnasiums, your football fields. Let's make some magic happen.
Hey, it's called Gush and Go, not Gush and Stay. Let's go.
I want to thank everyone for a great rehearsal this week. I want to thank Woody. Thank you. We haven't been on a lot of shows together, and I'm glad that when we do, because, man, you're like my uncle from another grandmother. Yeah, I can say that.
I'll take that one.
Okay, good. Great. Just made that up.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Also, thanks to Stephen, who came out and talked to me for a bit at the tent. Kim, who stayed with me at the tent, and we were sisters, in the tent all day. Kelly, thank you so much. Where can people find you?